Heartache on the Dance Floor is a single off Jon Pardi's album California Sunrise. Pardi wrote the tune along with co-writers Bart Butler and Bryce Long. The song's in the key of A, and we're going to teach the studio version on both guitars with no capo. On the acoustic guitar, that's going to mean a couple bar chords. It's a 3-chord progression with a kind of percussive strum pattern that we're going to do through the whole song with a couple bar chords in it. So if you want to do it the way it sounds on the record, we'll do it like that. And I'll also show you an easier way to play it where we'll capo up to the 2nd fret and play key of G chords, but with a little bit easier strum pattern. And on the electric guitar, we've got some strumming, some bar chords, but also a number of different riffs, and then a really cool solo that we'll learn over the bridge.
I was just hanging out, some little West Coast town. Found a bar out by the sea, so I made my way in. First thing that caught my eye, like nothing I'd ever seen. Sunburned auburn hair, the California dream. Yeah, she was shaking them hips, some old Motown song. I couldn't say anything, so I just said, heartache on the dance floor, heartache on the dance floor. Yeah, she's moving through my mind. I gotta know her name, I gotta see her again. She got me wondering, yeah, I'm just wondering, where she at, where she at, where she at tonight? Where she at, where she at, where she at tonight? About thinking about. Heartache on the dance floor, heartache on the dance. Yeah, she's moving through my mind. I gotta know her name, I gotta see her again. She got me wondering, yeah, I'm just wondering, where she at, where she at.
In this tutorial, we're going to go over the acoustic guitar part for Heartache on the Dance Floor. And it's not going to take long for me to show you what we're doing, but the hard part here is there's going to be a couple bar chords. And the strum pattern that we're using is a little bit percussive, so we'll spend some time on locking that in. Other than the 3 bar chord progression, there's just a couple little spots in the song that you can hear on that recording. Like when we enter on the acoustic, we're doing these little triads, which are just they're triads that are following the chord progression. This first one is an A triad. You can kind of take your pointer finger, bar the 5th fret of G, B, and E, and then put your middle finger on the 6th fret of G. So we have 6, 5, 5. And then go all the way up to the 9th fret of those same 3 strings. Just bar the whole thing. And down to the 7th fret. And that's those triads that you see me doing on the jam along. Later in the song, in the building up chorus, in this tutorial, we're going to go over an easy way to play Heartache on the Dance Floor. Let's go over the chords. We just have 3. You can play a G chord any way you want. I like playing it like this on this song. Capo 2nd fret. Then we've got 3rd fret of low E. Mute the A string. Open, open, open. 3rd fret of high E. The song's going to sound a lot better if you can play 1 bar chord instead of 3 in the studio version. If you can just play this B minor bar chord, then we'll play an A minor next. I'll also show you how to play a variation, but it just doesn't sound as authentic as correct on this song. So this is the way I'd suggest playing it if you can. Bar the 2nd fret above the capo, strings A through high E, and then we've got 4 above the capo on D and G, and 3 above the capo on B. And then we have a standard A minor chord, excuse me. Let's open A, 2nd fret, 2nd fret, 1st fret of B, open high E. And if you just can't get that B minor bar chord down, you could play a cheater version like this, which is 2nd fret of A and the main progression. 1, 2, 3, go. In this tutorial, we're going to learn all of the lead guitar parts for Heartache on the Dance Floor, except for the guitar solo over the bridge, which we'll learn in its own tutorial. So for starters, let's get our fingers on this main rhythm comping that we're going to be doing. Kind of starts the song, it's what we play over the verses, and then again at the end of the song, it looks like this. All right, so we're going to start with getting our fingers on these bar chords. We've got this A bar chord right here, which is 5th fret of the low E string, 7, 7, 6, and then we're barring it. So we've got the 5th fret of B and high E as well. We're kind of sliding into that, and I'd really focus more on these low 4 strings on this first one. All right, then we're going to slide into a C sharp minor. So we're barring the 4th fret, starting on the A string all the way. In this tutorial, we're going to be covering the bridge solo for Heartache on the Dance Floor. For tone, just for the solo section here, I'm flipping over to my bridge pickup. The rest of the song, I've had it on my neck pickup for more of the rhythm stuff. And then, yeah, for the solo, flip it over to the bridge. Give yourself plenty of gain, plenty of distortion, and a little boost if you can. Maybe just a pinch of reverb and delay and compression. But other than that, it's really pretty basic tone other than some good crunch on there, some good distortion. This is all tabbed out beneath the video player at sixstringcountry.com, so pull those up. I'll go through the solo nice and slow but in tempo. Before I even do that, I'm just going to demonstrate it straight through, nice and slow, and then after all that, we're going to turn on the metronome and play it at full speed. Here's how it looks. Comes in, there's a pickup, so on the end of 3, 1, 2, 3. One, two, go.